Greetings and salutations, one and all, and welcome back to Red Reaper Gaming. I'm Shift here, and today we're back on Chained Echoes. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's wait for the skills until after we get the whole party. Princess, are you well? Hick. It's too dangerous. We shouldn't go there. We hick. You are the most important person I have. Women like Serena are just my type, but unfortunately she doesn't seem to have any interest. Remember, Glenn, it's important to recognize when your attempts are futile. Some men think that by being persistent they are proving their love to a woman, but in reality they are just creepy. Don't be creepy, Glenn. I haven't personally, I've never personally done any of that, so I couldn't tell you if it's true or not, but I'll take their word for it. When I left at the castle, I wanted to be sure not to make any naive mistakes. I knew my savings wouldn't last forever, and I would have to do hard, exhausting work that would push me into my limits. I was prepared for that tough world out there, or so I thought. But the real problem isn't doing the hard work. The real problem was finding work to begin with. Rob and I almost starved to death. Fortunately, I found a job with the city guard and was able to finance us for a few months. Then a job opened up for me too. Rob was concerned that it might be too dangerous, but we did it anyway. I had enough of dry bread and watery soup. This was the first instructive lesson for me after I left the castle. Usually, in my daily life, consists only of riding and traveling. Rarely do I get the pleasure of trying out my musical arts. Did you know that when I was a little boy, I was a traveling showman and toured all over Eldora with the troupe? Even as a child, I had a very deep voice and could delight the audience with it. When my magical talent was recognized, I was sent to the University of Niasa. My master, Bartholomew, suggested that I devote myself to musical magic. It was the perfect fit for me. If you want to make small talk, you're in the wrong place. Since I'm drunk, I can make an exception. Did you know I own an airship? The Helms... Yeah, that. And I even have a crew member. We traveled to Valandis just because the Huji was supposed to be anchored here, and our ship needed repairs. I had myself dropped off in Farnsport to earn a little more money once the repairs to be done after. Once the repairs were to be done after a couple of weeks, I was supposed to be picked up. I wish we had better timing. Then we could have flown to Tarmon and on the Helmisker. Yeah, I was supposed to pronounce that. That would have saved us the trouble. But fortunately, we are now through Cortara in one piece. I just hope this quest is worth the effort, because I have to get back to Farnsport somehow, too. A scream? A strange one at that. Is something wrong? We heard someone screaming. Oh, that! I didn't expect you to notice. What are you talking about? What happened out there? I think I know what it was. How about you explain it to my friends, landlord? With pleasure. Please follow me outside. The reason for this scream is this flower here. What do you mean? The flowers can scream? If I pick one, yes. Let me explain. As you know, there is a soul in every living being, and whether animal, human, monster, or plant is developed. It is developed differently depending on the being. A plant does not have much of it. A monster has a corrupt version, and when a living being dies, the soul leaves the body and flows into the maelstrom, a vortex in which all ether of this world is united. In this whirlwind, the soul dissolves and mixes with other souls. The living being is born, a new soul forms in the whirlpool of ether and enters the body. It is an eternal cycle. These plants are very special. People call them white roses because their true name is unknown in the Lindis. It's actually called the Weeping Mary. It has a special characteristic in that when it dies, you can see how the soul leaves its body and disappears into thin air. Sounds like a human scream. How terrifying. And quite annoying for many farmers. You seem to have a soft spot for this plant. Your whole garden is full of them. The scream may be disturbing, but their appearance is beautiful. Did you hear that? What was that scream? Hey, Princess! Where are you, Princess? Let us draw the curtain for tonight. Many people find the soup disgusting, but if it is not prepared properly, they are right. One must remove the muddy taste of the toad by letting it swim alive in clean water. That's nonsense. Are you still drunk? It's the muddy taste that gives the toad soup of the right aroma. Mud is nothing more than damp dirt. You don't mean to tell me that dirt carries taste? Hey, I've eaten both varieties. Your toad soup lacks any taste. Oh, Serena, have you slept well? Where is she? Who are you talking about? Lainey. She wasn't in our room. I thought she was out here. Are you talking about that young girl? She left at the end of the first phrase of the morning. Seemed to be in a hurry. What? Why would she not wait for us? That can't be true. She doesn't. What can't be true? She doesn't want to pay us off? I don't believe that. She did not seem particularly stingy. Maybe she realized that you've not earned your reward after all. She traveled half the way here only at the redhead. Whatever the reason may be, let's follow her. We should catch up with her quickly. Thanks for your hospitality. You're welcome anytime. Please visit us again soon. There we go. Skills. Learn. See, decoy, break arms, also attack. Ooh. There's this chance to one strain lowers. There's overdrive by 15, attack stance. Let's do break arms. See that. Yeah, that will lead the way we want to go. Okay, and that's the wrong way. About the living beings and there are 5. If they're kind, the plants, the monsters, there's the animals and the humans and the gods. This chapter shall focus on humans. They are numerous from different species and well documented. The most common species are the ape-like Haemons. Since time immemorial, they have been found in every corner of the world, represented in every social class. Back in olden times, species other than Haemons used to live in their own communities that was before the War of the Thousand Kingdoms. Small but wise Lemurians, for example, found on the Valanti culture, the elegant Hyman-like Weiss created the Garland Empire. Nowadays, they all live intermingled, and only rarely can you find villages belonging to only one species. Each example of this are the Salva on. Yeah, I'm not going to try that. The lizard are like Lizva. There were once two. Those that came from the desert and loved the sun, and those that really left with the water. One was found in Nerbella, and the other in Modoria. The most exciting species in that is that of the Gamel, because they are the oldest to have no and have no visual relation in the animal kingdom, while these Federa resemble predatory cats. The Porcata resemble pigs, and the Filura resemble fish. The Gremlin resembles jello. Their bodies do not have a uniform shape, instead taking on the appearance that the individual creature wills. For example, for short periods of time, they can separate their bodies and join in with others in their species. When they do this, they share memories and experiences. The Glamel are so rare that little else is known about them. Huh. That is fascinating. We got a whole bunch of stuff we need. Comfy scarf. Horn boots. heal all. And voila! Enemies defeated. Seriously, we have to fight these guys again? I really should have been more careful. Got a bad luck charm. Not a good luck charm, a bad luck charm. The first hikers from the Kotora Mountains arriving so early? You must have slept at old Dimbert's. Indeed, we are on our way to Tormund. Our companion has gone ahead. Have you seen her? Unfortunately not. Are you sure? Didn't you want to know what she looks like to begin with? This time in the morning, only people from Tormund's and direction pass by here. Nobody crosses the mountains in the dark. So if someone came here from your direction and at that time of day, they probably slept at the White Rose Inn. I would have noticed someone passing by. Believe me, hee. The village of Dylan is closed. We should ask there instead of interrogating this dubious figure. Hee. Do you know what? But if your companion was a woman, you should probably hurry. What do you mean? Never mind. Just the rumblings of a dubious figure. Farewell. Let's make haste. Back to the end we go. Eternal Quest. Oh no, we have to make it back. Oh no, we do have to go to the village. Okay. Can we... Yeah, we can skirt around them. At least we can skirt around those. Okay, so here's the village. Need anything? Sell. Still need to get used to that. Deal. Came here from old Dermot's Pew. I wouldn't want to spend a single night there. It's a strange fellow, and there are a lot of scary rumors about him. Starting when he came to Eldon from Tormund. At the time, there's no inn here, but instead of going opening one in the village, he moved closer to Kotara. If you travel northwest or northeast, you'll reach the flower fields of Priapeta. Be sure to pick some medicine so that you can protect yourself from the status elements. Pack some medicine. A group of scientists have set up camp on the west. I wonder what they're looking for. On the way to Tormund? You've almost made it. There's only one forest bigger than Farn's Woods. It's on Valendis, the Inner Sanctum. It's forbidden to go there, and if you ask me, it's too dangerous as well. I heard fairies live there and play tricks on humans. A few months ago, a mob set out for the old Armand. The reason was, as Yenna, the daughter of a fisherman, she wanted to meet her fiancé and got out. Set out for the entrance to Kotara, all the Kotara Mountains. However, she never arrived there. She must have passed by at the White Rose Inn, but Dorman would not hear of it. He could have missed her, of course, but he was suspiciously sure she never passed there. People thought he was a strange guy anyway. The mob then turned his house upside down, but couldn't find anything. Pet cat. My wife got us some delicious coffee today. Hey, would you like to try some? Look out where you're going. These mushrooms are worth some money in Tormund. I tried to step on them as little as possible. Pet dog. Supposedly, Dorbot of the White Rose Inn was once a scientist. People say he was researching something forbidden and was run out of town. Can you believe it? I bet he has to do with human experimentation. How is he a simple innkeeper? Or he wants us to think that. Can people really change? Deep away on the western part of the Thorn Woods, forest dragons can be found there. Living in the woods, they may have lost the ability to breathe fire, but they are still very dangerous. Good to know. The continent of Eldorho, a former ring. If you look at them in the form of a clock from 1 to 4 o'clock, you will find in the continent of Wapan, the largest of the continents. It's where not only the free cities share the landscape, but also the Orange Stretch, the Republic of Dorvar, and the city-state of Valeti in the far north, where the climate is harsh. They have the High Brothers. The land under the vast plains changes to the south into the largest mountain range in Eldorado. Maunda, before heading southwest to the temperate plains to southeast of the wild jungles of Valeti. Continue to follow the clock again between 4 and 7 o'clock. You will find in the Eldergate, continent of Dao. Due to old documents and of drunken sailors, the continent has long been wrongly classified as a chain of islands. Here, the Sama and Hana population enslaved in the elemental war, which was already segregated before the War of the Thousand Kingdoms. The peace treaty at the end of the Fifth Era, which was forced upon them, did not change much. Between 7 and 8 o'clock lies the continent of Ben Yoron, something like that, which has been completely ruled by the Galentian Empire since time immemorial. Unfortunately, there is not much left of either the Empire nor the continent itself, as they were completely devoured by the fungus. Between 9 and 11, it lies Jadar, which is dominated by the Adoran Desert. Here lies is the Empire of Revolution? Something like that. And to the south, and Nibelia to the north. At 12 o'clock, we find our beautiful home, Belendez. It's too big to call it an island, too small for a continent. And finally, the island of Mandora exists in the middle of the ring. This ends the tour around our known world. Outside the continents, lies the ring of seas, and what is outside of them, nobody knows. Only a rock mass as Pangaea in the north was discovered beyond the ring and seas, but except for the coast where the mighty Oculid, nothing is known about this place. I have a bad feeling about this. This Dimbert, normally I have put pretty good. I have a pretty good sense of a person's character, but I couldn't get much out of him. Do you think Anthony is properly still there? You're not going to tell me that the guy kidnapped Lenny while I was sleeping next to her. My sleep is not very deep. I'll have you know. We don't know if he mixed anything into the drinks, though. You can't be serious. Enough. We have to go back. He's right. If we are wrong about our assumptions, she will surely be able to manage as the way determined on her own. But if the rumors are true, let's head back. Why did the wolves, or whatever they were, or are, Dimbert. What is this place? Are these cells? We need to find Lenny fast. The experiment was a success. I was able to transfer a plant's ether into another plant. Its magical potency increased dramatically, but that was only the easy part. I have a bad feeling about this. The results of my experiments are astonishing. I was able to put the soul of a plant into a monster. Again, the magical potency increased. Unfortunately, the monster died. My colleagues will not like to hear it, but I have to change my test objects. The Court of Ethics has banned me from Entormont. Pa. Wage war over a century, but call foul when a few lies are lost. Without human experimentation, I wouldn't be able to get any results. Princess! What did he do to you, Princess? She's unconscious, but otherwise fine. Let's take her and leave quickly. And straight into my trap. If only you had moved to Tormund and did not listen to the gossip of the villagers. You lousy piece of... I'll kill you. Do not waste your strength. The way I see it, we will spend the next few days having a good time together. If you think these bars will prevent you from slitting your throat, then I'm pretty sure they'll hold your anger. I've been tested several times, so calm down for now. Well, they've been tested several times, so calm down for now. And are you involved in the things as well, child? What is this all about? You know me as Timbert, but the landlord of this cozy inn. And I'm actually a former scientist from Tormund. And this is a little laboratory. What sick have you been doing in here? Glad you asked. For centuries, magical potency of all races has been declining from generation to generation. In a few decades, nobody will be able to cast magic anymore. My goal is to trickle out this potential. For this reason, you've abducted people. If I can infuse several souls into one living being, I might rise its magical potential tremendously. So I developed a procedure to catch infused souls. I obviously needed test subjects, though. I started with flowers, but eventually switched to monsters, then humans. Unfortunately, I forgot one thing. A soul is not only a collection of ether, it is the collective consciousness of a living being. The soul I transferred not only ether, but also personalities and memories. It's like a second identity that would enter the body. The highly developed human mind broke immediately. It went insane. Theoretically, it was a success. Magical potential increased. If it had not killed itself, its body would have endured the strain and would still be alive. Can you believe it? You did this? Lenny, are you awake? I really thought their screams sounded differently. The weeping Marys in your garden. Are they human souls infused into flowers? There's only some of them. I must add. The ether makes them bloom even prettier. You're mad. I fully believed a human mind, and a fully developed human mind that can see, hear, and feel, trapped inside a flower, deprived of everything. Nobody noticed the disappearance of so many people? Most people here are travelers whose homes are far away, and Hartar Mountains are not considered very safe. If once a month a person disappears, no one would think anything of it. But I must confess, maybe I overdid it a bit. People here got suspicious. Alright, thanks for answering my questions. In retrospect, I shouldn't have asked, so let's stop it here. You'll play now. And how will you do this? How? You didn't actually think I was such a lousy Glock could keep me in? And did you? After them, I will never forgive this man. Honey, are you able to walk? Yes, I'm fine. I just had lost for words. And let's save everything for now. Skills, learn. More jump. Oh, these are multi-target elemental attacks. Let's go with fire jump. slimes. Weakness, wind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change up all of the things. Okay, poison shot. Wind thrust. Armor break. Power shot. And thrust. Heal all. Armor break. Poison shot. Wind thrust. Energy. Heal all. Paralyze shot. Tornado thrust. Items. Snack. Heal all. Wind thrust. Armor break. Poison shot. information. There we go. I forgot to check up here. Oh, seriously, more of them? progress, the human test subject increased their magical abilities immensely, but similar to the monsters, no one has survived the experiments. However, I succeeded multiple times in embedding human souls into plants. They survived the procedure and are blooming in white splendor throughout my garden. Huff, huff, huff. Damn it, how did this happen? Where do you think you're going, child? Stop right there. Dumbert? Curses. There's nowhere left you monster. Let's see. I bored. Couple days. It will have an end now. Aletta, it to me. The girl? What are you waiting for? Go, or you'll get beaten. This magical potential, impossible. Well, now you are at a loss for words, aren't you? Ha ha ha. Letta's the only one who survived the infusion of countless souls. I'm not serious. I swear to you. You'll never get out of here alive. You do not decide that. Go, Aletta. Show them your power. Okay, armor break. Weakness is water. Staggered, so let's go ahead and swap him out. I just realized that is probably basically worthless, so. Clover. Gold Legate. right, I forgot about that. I just healed her. I can't get rid of that one. Okay. Items. There we go. What is this? This Arletta. I can't be all you've got. It's over at Dambert. Right, you're useless. Stop. What are you doing? Not the flowers. Stop it. My precious flowers. She lives. Her wounds are severe. I can only treat them temporarily. We have to bring her to a doctor. But are we doing her a favor? It is not for us to decide. Even in times of peace, one is not spared from the cruelty of man. You think this is a particularly cruel example, then you haven't experienced much of the world yet. Are you telling me that this is a common story to tell at a campfire? No, it's a common story to withhold at a campfire. There, that should do it. We have to go. Let's take her to Eldon. The doctor will take care of her. Poor girl, I cannot fathom what she's been through. Thanks for solving the problem at Dambert. There's a lot of gossip about him. Well, there was a lot of gossip about him, but nobody would have thought that such cruelties were committed on his property. I must thank you as well. My daughter, Elta, was probably one of his victims. She disappeared without a trace a few months ago. That didn't suit her at all. When I think about what he did to her, we will leave the White Rose Inn right away. Take care of his property. I just wish I could strangle this monster with my own hands. Now shut up! Don't. Can't a person drink his ale in peace? Sorry, we will be quieter. Volume is not even the problem. Dollface is but the content. He is talking crap. I can't listen to that. What do you mean? Please avoid the conversation. This is General Godfrey of Terran. Usually he comes here for a drink because the constant rain in Tormund depresses him too much. Or so he says. He is not to be joked with. I do not know him. He must be new. And we shouldn't get to know him. Remember, Mathny? Keep your identity secret until we get to Tormund. It's not that far away. This Dambert, or whatever he was called, wanted to change the world. He wanted to accomplish great deeds. This is admirable. Didn't you hear what he was doing? Of course I did. Do you know how many people stand in the way of progress and are crushed every day? We could just die, no different to a good old-fashioned war. How can... Now be quiet. What are you trying to tell me, huh? You don't want to agree with me? Do you want to claim that the life of your daughter weighs more than progress? Caitlin, hold yourself back. Even if you beat him up and we run away, the village will surely feel the consequences. Just father another daughter. It can't be that hard for you. You're breeding like rabbits. You probably remember the gutter where you fell from your mother for the first time. Find a new victim there. You... What did you say? Who do you think you're talking to? Glenn, I'm sorry. What have you done? I'll take revenge on the entire village. Can this day get any worse? He's asleep? Thank God. And you? I'm grateful for Dimber, but please leave now. If we're lucky, he will have forgotten everything, and when he wakes up. First this Dimber, then General Godfrey? What's wrong with these people? Well, people have the potential to be angels, and yet it often choose to act like demons. But we must not let it get us down. It's our job to make the world a better place. That's why we have to rebuild our group, Oakland. Let's move on. Leave the village to the north. Are you well, Raphael? I heard a demon attack at the banquet. I only got a few scratches from it. That's relief. Well, if you're needed here, His Holiness is behaving strangely. How so? He closed half of all churches in southern and Pangana, and almost all orphanages in the 3 cities. Can you imagine the chaos that is going on right now? The citizens are terrified. They're losing their faith. He has his reasons. Only I do not see those reasons. I've already spoken to Sir Ardemon. Inquisitor Eve, don't worry so much. This blade serves as judge heretics. It has no other function. This topic does not fall within our jurisdiction. We are the swords of the church. You don't have to tell me that. But if I do not know His Holiness's target, where do I strike? A sword does not need it to see. It must be guided by by a steady hand. Then it can find its target. His Holiness knows what he's doing. Inquisitor Arwiltel. Wait. He is awaiting us. Come. We'll talk another time. Look at that, Raphael. Why are you back? There were complications. I had to... Yes, I've already heard about it. A demon or something? Have you forgotten your orders? You are the most reliable sword I have at hand, and therefore it hurts me all the more that you return so early. Forgive me, Your Holiness. I will leave her Valendis immediately. It is in good hands with me. Under my supervision, the church will be able to expand even further. Why Valendis, if I may ask, Your Holiness? Valendis is a swamp of the wicked, as you know. War has been raging there for years. It is time that we show the pagans the true way. Let Raphael, I'll see to it that we gain a foothold there. Arceus now receives you. Oh, great! You three come with me. There we have the reason for our red numbers. His Holiness himself. Watch your tongue. Unlike you, I have a reputation to keep. You cannot blame the red business on him alone. I can't. The church division is squandering money all over the place. Soldiers, churches, priests, orphanages. And do you know how many countries people still pay taxes? Almost nowhere. And I hear that you have had to close several locations. Where does the money you save go? It's probably running away from you. It makes it easy for ourselves. Else we may not make a direct profit, but the success of of your department, all your developments is based on our work. We are the ones who civilize is the barbarians. We turn monkeys into men, and that is why they are able to use your tools and throw away money in your purses. Without the church, you are nothing. Hear, hear, well spoken. Enough. Stop it, altogether. His Holiness certainly it has good reasons as to close some of his locations. I trust him. He is the foundation of our faith. I tolerate no disrespect. Forgive me, my lord. But it is time for results. I read the report from Valendis. Inquisitor Raphael, I trust you will be returning shortly? I will do so tonight, my lord. Normally no beast would scare me away, but this red-eyed demon was in a league of its own. Red-eyed, you say? My lord? Come closer. The rest of you leave the room. My lord? Closer. Kneel down. Impossible. My lord? You actually met her there, didn't you? Oh, did you not? What do you mean, my lord? The Holy Mother. She is in Valendis. Can that be? Does fate bring them together? I do not quite understand. From now on, you are under my direct command. But my faith binds me to His Holiness. And it will stay this way. Raphael, listen to me. Our mission remains and is basically unchanged. But beyond that, you have two things to do for me. First, somewhere in Valendis lies the grave of Lady Reina. You must find it. The grave of Lady Reina? But even more importantly is that you bring the Holy Mother to me. She has revived. If you must... you met her at the banquet. Her name is... She is Princess Celestia... Celestia Valkyrie of Terran. Bring her to me, Raphael. She is the foundation of our faith and our company. A very long time ago, when Eldin was still divided into thousands of kingdoms and wars raged every corner, an abyssal evil appeared. It is said that it was created out of the suffering and despair and hatred of mankind. Within 7 days, as it plagued the world and plunged the world into a sea of flames, and inexhaustibly extinguishing life almost everywhere. No weapons existed that could destroy it. Eldin seemed lost. However, with the power of the one God and under the guidance of the Holy Mother, the evil could be sealed. Until today, it sleeps in its cage, waiting for its chance. The arrival of the Holy Mother is a sign. The time for the final battle draws near. Raphael, we stand at the crossroads of destiny. It is your task that we follow the light. We follow the light on the right path. You are responsible for the future of this world. Okay, that's what we're going to do for today. I had fun. I hope you did too. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I'll see you next time. Bye.